I want to thank you for joining me today. Now, today, I figured we'd go ahead and get back into the Book of Love. Been a couple of days since I read from the Book of Love, and I figured this would be a good time to dive into the chapter on putting on the whites. Now, before I can dive into this chapter about putting on the whites, I'm going to have to go back a little bit in order for me to set the storyline for you here. Now, as I said before, I was in the military, and when I joined in the mid 90s, so during this time frame, the hospitals still were wearing whites, right? So I'm not sure who came up with the idea that whites in the hospital was a great idea, but it truly wasn't, but that's okay. Just working around blood and body fluids and all kinds of things, it just was not a good idea. And after a while, that was the conclusion that they came to. So for a little while, I had to wear those whites though. And being in my little section, you're just a few doors down from the cafeteria that was in the hospital, right? So, and they would have all kind of specials and all kinds of little things that we have going on in the cafeteria. So, on the days we had to wear our whites, I had to find out the hard way. It took me a while to get. I would get the little spaghetti, then you would get. That day, of course, miraculously, the spoon jumps off with the meatball on it. It jumps into your lap and rolls down your laps. You got a big old trail of sauce going down your lap. And these whites, it's like they called for those things because the material, it would like suck up grab the dog, whatever fell on it, it'd grab it and just like bathe in it. And it'd be like hard to scrub out. It was all a big process, right? So, but I had to learn the hard way. So the pizza, I had to get this through the pizza, through the grape soda, the orange, all these things, right? So after a couple times, you know what? I was like, man, you know what? I got to be more professional with this. I can't be having no pizza sauce on my lapel when I'm sitting there trying to get a blood pressure. So I'm like, this, you know what? When I'm wearing these whites, I got to be a lot more careful. So I'm just going to eat whatever is simple that I can just grab, and I ain't got to worry about messing up these doggone whites. So that's what I did. So whenever I had to wear those whites, I would just, if it was a bologna sandwich, that was the only thing I could eat, I'd eat a bologna sandwich. I eat a salad with some vinegar dressing, then that's what I'm going to have that day. Whatever it was that was clear, Sprite, water, it did not matter. I had to make sure that I did not mess up my whites. So I put a lot of effort into making sure that I kept my whites looking good. I wanted to look presentable and look good in my uniform, right? So now on the days I had to wear my camos, the BDUs, and you don't care then. You can wear whatever. You can eat whatever and do whatever then, because it didn't matter. It just blend right in. You just rub it on in, rub it on out, right? So it didn't matter. But with those whites, I had to pay a lot more attention. So that just brings me full circle to putting on my whites. I had to do the same exact thing when I got on my path, when I got on my journey. And that was the journey of truly discovering self, healing all these traumas, these wounds, these patterns, these everything programs that was put into me that is not me. So once I started doing this, right, and I started healing, I would notice it was just became like too obvious. I couldn't ignore it. It was obvious before, but I had people, the only people that I had pretty much around me at this time of healing was pretty much family, right? So, and the thing is, is, for me, family is everything. So I'm not looking at you as an enemy. I'm not looking at you as somebody I gotta keep an eye on, watch my back around, right? So my guard is down. Well, unfortunately, that was a mistake. So people took advantage of that. They saw that as weakness when I'm like, it's not weakness when I'm not looking for you to be the enemy, you know? So unfortunately, when I started to heal, it was just too obvious I couldn't ignore it anymore. So at this point, I had to decide, what was I going to do? What was I going to do? Now, I was already on my path. So when I got on my path, the one of the main things, if you get anything from this message, the main thing I need you to get is self-love, because that is truly what saves me in every situation is self-love. When I got on the path, I didn't have that self-love. I was worried about everybody else. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? How can I help you? And I was always pouring from an empty cup. So then when I started looking into self, I'm like, wait a minute, that same energy I pour into everybody else, what if I poured it into myself for a little bit? Oh, then I noticed, oh man, it's like, wow, I've been pouring from a freaking empty cup the whole time. So then I start filling my cup up, right? Then it was obvious how people were starting to treat me. So I'm like, okay. So that's when I had to put on those energetic whites. Because if I put on my energetic whites and put that same mentality that I had when I was wearing my whites back when I was in the military, then there should be no difference. I avoided the cafeteria lady when she's offering me spaghetti sauce. Nah, I can't eat that pizza today. Nah, hey, it does look good. I still do like pizza, abso-freaking-lutely. But when I got these whites on, I can't. Now, is that saying I'm better than you now? No, absolutely not. I'm too good for you? I'm above you? No, it's not saying any of that. What it is saying is I have developed such a high level of love for myself. I have so much respect for myself that I can no longer continue to allow you to hurt me. I can't do that. So if being a part of this relationship means I have to be hurt, then I can't be a part of this relationship. Doesn't matter who's holding that spoon. That's the problem. See, before, it mattered who was holding the spoon. Who was offering me that sauce? I can't turn down my cousin. I can't turn down auntie. Can't turn down mama. Doesn't matter who's holding that. If that person knows you got your energetic whites on, knows you're trying to avoid certain things, but yet they're still coming around with things that they know can harm you, trying to take from you, then no, that person does not value you. But don't stop there, because like I said, these energetic whites, when you put them on, that can be anything. Put those energetic whites on. If you're in a relationship, it's not good for you. Put those energetic whites on. You're in a job, that's not good for you. Put those energetic whites on. If you have a habit that you know you need to kick, that's not good for you. So many things you can put those energetic whites on for. But when you put them on, you need to walk in that energy. And that means you're going to have discipline and self-love. That's how I made it out of all those situations, is discipline and self-love. The discipline kicks in when they're coming with those spoons. And it sucks when it's those people that's holding those spoons are people you have lots of love for. Lots of love. And that was the same reason, that love is the same reason you kept hurting yourself. Knowing that they was giving you sauce and you got on them whites. Knowing as soon as you open your mouth, they're going to shake the spoon and now you got sauce all over you. You know that's how they roll. But you wanted to turn the blind eye because of loyalty and love. But I'm going to give you the answer because it took me a while to figure this answer out. Why are you being loyal to someone who's not being loyal to you? It goes both ways. If every time you're on the life raft and that person flips out and you scramble to the side, oh my God, you rush to the side, you looking in the water, you're looking for him, you're concerned. You've done that 3 times. You pulled them back in every time, right? Then you notice waves got a little rocky. Boom, you pop out. The first time, you were just waiting for that hand. Like, I know it's going to come. I know it's going to come. Next thing you know, you see the raft getting further and further away. They don't reciprocate that same energy. You have to pay attention to that. Because those titles will blind you. I'm not saying this from a hurt place. Absolutely not. The hurt, I had to go through that hurt in order to get to where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be putting this message out if I was telling it from a hurt place. Because that doesn't do anything but hurt somebody else. Putting out a message from a place of pain, that's not a good message. It was a couple years of me having to heal through and accept that that's just who that person is. I've said it in other messages, I'll say it in this one again. Just like Grandma said, when someone show you who they are, the first time, you better believe them. And the crazy part is I always believed people the first time. Always. But if I let them in my circle, they had a little bit more leeway, unfortunately. Previously. That hole has now been plugged. Because the choices I make now are all spiritual choices. Or should I just say energetic choices? Has nothing to do with titles or if I like you, I think I'm better than you and this and that and all these other things that you can come up with. Absolutely not. Has one choice and everything is energy. So I'm giving you a certain amount of energy and you're giving me negative energy in return. It's not equal exchange. I'm pouring all this positive energy into you, lifting you up. Hey, what's wrong? Blah, blah, concern. All this positive energy I'm pouring into you. But you want to pour negative energy into me? No, not an equal exchange. I can't be a part of that. I have my energetic whites on. You're bringing sauce to me right now. And I don't want that sauce on my whites. That's what you have to do. And it may be hard depending on who has that spoon. But I'm telling you right now, it does not matter who has that spoon. Because if whoever has that spoon truly, and I do mean truly care for you, love you, as they may say, then they're going to show it. Because anybody can say anything. And when you love somebody, it makes you feel good when you hear it. It truly does. Especially if that person rarely says it, which is what people try to do. They weaponize it. So you have to pay attention to what somebody's showing you. You truly do. Because you might want it bad, and you're just waiting for it, and you could be waiting a long time, because I know I was. So don't wait. Like if you're pouring in, then hey, what you could do is, hey, I see the sauce in your spoon. I'm wearing my whites, and you can tell the people, you know what I mean? And then hey, if they respect you, then they'll put that spoon down. They'll say, you know, all right, you caught me. I was trying to get them whites dirty, but you got me. You know, if they respect you, they respect that. But if not, they're gonna try to gaslight you and every guilt trip you and all these other different things. But you're still gonna have to stand strong and say, once again, I respectfully decline that sauce. I got my whites on. So I'm going to end the message there. So self-love, discipline, put on your energetic whites. And as always, if you got anything from this message, I just ask that you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next message.